This portion of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited, fueling growth for people.
Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell is not taking kindly to the protests mounted by those Cuban Americans in South Florida. In fact, the minister, who is now in London, spoke with us via phone today and told us that he will fight this wholesale campaign by those Cuban Americans to defame our country.
And go get a life. There is no reason for them to be defaming the Bahamas in the way they're doing. And if they have issues about specific instances of abuse, which I specifically deny at the detention center, then they need to bring it to the attention of the officials and it will be studied. But this wholesale campaign to defame our country is one which I object to most strongly and will do everything to fight. And our tourism public relations people and our lawyers are looking at various things. I think at the end of the day, these things tend to be cyclical, so it dies a slow death anyway after people stop paying attention to it.
Newly appointed Consul General to Miami, Ricardo Trico, is also weighing in on the anti-Cuban demonstrations in Miami this week.
Bahamas is not a country that's going to go ahead and mistreat people. I mean, that's absurd. And I'm sure that that will come out in the near future. The Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs will be addressing those issues shortly. But, you know, I've lived in Miami for 3 years in high school as well as 3 years of my college education here. I have 2 daughters who live over here. So we want to maintain good, cordial relationships with, you know, we don't abuse nobody. And that's not our intention. But I don't think that the persons who are really interested in the Bahamas are going to follow just a smoke and mirror type thing. They're going to do research and they're going to look into, you know, well, we've been so successful in tourism, we definitely ain't going to do things to cause that to be tarnished in any way.
Now, Consul General Trico also spoke with our Janine Ferguson about his plans to strengthen the Bahamian community in Miami.
Businessman and former Progressive Liberal Party candidate Ricardo Trico was recently appointed Consul General of the Bahamas Consulate Office in Miami, Florida. As the principal in 2 major Bahamian furniture and appliance stores, Trico brings with him a wealth of marketing expertise that he plans to use to further promote the Bahamas and bring Bahamians in the state of Florida together.
I have a vast amount of contacts over here in the U.S. and I'm hopeful that I can add with my office some more encouragement for those persons to assist us with stuff like scholarships and opportunities for Bahamians to excel in areas of need that we have in the Bahamas. What I'm going to do is make sure that we have a proper running website that's going to be hopefully up and running within the next 3 months. So that's going to help us a lot with getting the word out to all the Bahamians in this community.
Promoting the cultural aspect of the Bahamas is high on his agenda when he officially takes office next month.
All the other areas of culture as well. It's not only John Canoe, but, you know, like the wood carving and different Bahamian artifacts like straw work and stuff like that. So I hope to bring a little bit more of the practical Bahamian experience in my office. That's what I want to do.
Mr. Trico supports the notion for Bahamians to return home to make a contribution to the country, but he says there must be opportunities for Bahamians to take advantage of.
Now, that don't mean that we want all the Bahamians to come out home, but we don't mind either. But we want to make sure that there's opportunities for Bahamians also back at home, not only over here in the U.S.
Noting this is no easy feat, the new diplomat says he's prepared for the challenge.
Hurdles that I'm going to have to cross and some obstacles that I'm going to have to go through. But, you know, I'm up for the task. I'm here to represent the Bahamian people and to provide all the necessary services and opportunities that the country can give for the Bahamians.
From Miami, Florida, Janine Ferguson, ZNS Network News.
Well, the House of Representatives for the state of Illinois recently tabled and passed a resolution, or resolution number 409, that is, commemorating the 40th anniversary of the Bahamas' independence during its 98th General Assembly. The resolution recognizes the close friendship between the Bahamas and the United States, the recent commitment between the Bahamas and the state of Illinois for enhanced bilateral cooperation, and a deepening of social and trade relations from the recent visit of Foreign Affairs Minister Fred Mitchell back in April. The Illinois state legislature also welcomed the appointment of Michael C. Fountain, a Bahamian descendant residing in Illinois, as honorary consul. Well, that concludes this portion of the news. Stay with us. Sunday Sports is up next with Julian Gibson.